we're back with another plan and share, and today I'm going to share with you the next 3.5 months of my wellness planner. I can't believe we're already in the middle of October, which means we're almost at the end of the year. So if you haven't already started your goals and tracking your goals in your planners, take a look at what I'm doing, maybe find some inspiration and get started right now. I just want to take a second too to thank you guys so much for all your support. I've really been able to open up and be completely transparent and authentic because you guys are just, giving me this big internet hug. So I appreciate it, and I can't wait to share what I've done in my wellness planner. All right, so let's get started. This is my wellness planner, the way I keep it. This is where October, November, and December are living. So this is my command central, and this is where I have my regular planner. I have a few months of my wellness planner, so I carry this one around with me. So I'll set this aside and let's pick up where we left off. So I added this one in the front for a little bit of inspiration because I was getting kind of stuck, you'll see. So I wanted to have some visuals. But let's get to where we left off, which I think was about here. So we went through the end of May. Just as a reminder, I used the Wellness Extension Pack. We now have a wellness planner. That's why you'll see like mine are dated with stickers. So you can do either way, but this is using the Wellness Extension Pack. Starting off on June 1st, I was obviously continuing on up here is where I used my Fitbit Summary. The Fitbit Summary here, and then this is where I have my Run Keeper. So if I work out at all and I'm walking, this is where I just kind of print those off. And if you want a reminder on how to print these out, you can check out my last plan and share that went through the first part of it, and I show you exactly how to do that. I think journaling is really important. Setting goals is important as well. So this was at the end of May, I sat down and wrote some goals for June. And I've made some changes now. I've set a lot of weight goals, what I want to be and how much I want to lose. And I'm not really doing that so much anymore. But this is such a great reminder of the things that worked for me and the things that didn't. So I'm not judging myself saying, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. How wrong of me. I'm looking at it and saying, okay, I'm making some progress. So this is just a lot of journaling and a photo of me, I think at the height of my weight. I was actually really happy here, but just not very healthy. With kindness in my heart, I look at this photo and to see how unhealthy I felt there and how I want to take care of my body. So setting goals. In June, this is how I was tracking my weight. I track my weight when I do on the monthly section, on that monthly layout. And I also kind of give me a good overview of where I put my fitness, like walking stickers. Anytime I walk, it gives me a really good overview of, obviously through the month, I did not move that much. You can tell that I was really feeling a lot of the stress in life, and I wasn't weighing myself, and I was struggling. You'll start to see a pattern. I was struggling with the stress in my life, and so I can look back and see and reflect. This is a week that is an example. I think when you're having a tough week, this isn't all about, remember, this is not all about fitness and losing weight. This is about whole wellness and what that means for you. And for me, that means losing weight, getting healthier physically, and also managing my stress and my mental state. So this was a week where, yes, I was trying to move, feeling very vulnerable and even a bit fragile. I just wanted to get really close to my family, and I was really retreating. And so I felt like a lot of people had a lot of opinions about me, and I was feeling very vulnerable about that. So I found this, and I just printed it off and put this on one of our snap-in tabs. It's adhesive. And I put another just little photo I had taken earlier in the year on the back just to inspire myself. But I put that in here because I wanted to remind myself that someone else's opinion of me is none of my business. And Rachel Hollis is someone I'm currently reading Girl Wash Your Face. She is amazing, but this was even before I read her book. So wisdom in the planner is really helpful for me, and journaling and photos. So like, this is not a full-on exercise week. I just needed to take care of myself like emotionally. Okay, so the next week, you can see stress management is still really tough, and I'm really overwhelmed, and I'm writing down here so I can understand what my life is looking like to me. And I can also see the things that are making me happy, which is including my family and working with our team of designers, and then focusing on the good things in life. So I just keep going. That's one of the important things to remember, is that I'm not on a huge, successful, oh my God, I'm so fit right now. But I just kept this commitment to myself to continue to journal all the way through the rest of this year. You can see that I got some sort of allergic reaction and both of my eyes were swollen shut. So I had to document that because you never know, it might come in handy. So I want to pretty much track everything. Went to a launch party for our friend Amy Tangerine, and then of course sleeping. So just keep journaling, you guys. Just keep putting it in here, and you're going to get some really great wisdom, I think, if you take the time to look at what you're doing. So sometimes I will do it every single day. I will print off a little, the recap from the day and journal in it every single day, just keeping up one day at a time. Other weeks look really, really busy, and I go back and I continue to take notes in my phone to know how I'm feeling, and then I go back in maybe a week, sometimes 2 weeks, and then go back and catch up. This would be one of those, and still I'm just struggling. I'm struggling to make good choices. I'm struggling to obviously, a struggle. So I'm putting things in here to see what my life looked like during this week and being okay with that. Didn't set any goals for this month, and that's okay. I'm just journaling to myself. I'm strengthening my soul by being kind to myself. I knew that this was not a time for me to push myself hard. This was a time for me to figure out and listen to my heart, listen to my emotions, and that was what I needed at this time. Okay, let's see what July looked like. You can tell, scale-wise, I'm going up. I'm not as active. I'm trying to say, okay, work my butt off, but that wasn't happening. I was really having a hard time. I had a lot of people giving a lot of opinions about everything in my life, and I knew I shouldn't take things personally, but I'm a very emotional person and a very sensitive person, and that became very hard for me. So I had to figure this out. As we're working, we're having great success in the business. I'm balancing what that looks like to me, staying as complete of a person as I could. I will print off a picture or something that I love that just keeps me going and keeps me focused even when I'm having a hard time. Staying connected to those I love and trust, and spending time with my family. There's a turnaround here. As I go through some of these times, I continue to journal. Commitment to my health is my priority, so tomorrow I'm refocusing my intentions. I will be successful. Positive affirmations in here, and that is not I want to be, I hope to be. It is, I will be successful, so that you know that it will happen for you. The next week, I had a little bit of a shift in, as much as I was really struggling, I had a little shift here. So I was trying hard to really stay positive, and I think it starts to help. I just continue to keep going. I'm just trying to stay sane. That's my focus, because in my stage of life right now, work takes up most of my time. I don't hide anything either. I wasn't happy about the weight loss trend, because it wasn't a weight loss trend. It was actually a weight gain trend. So I don't mind I think I printed this off from Fitbit or something, where you have a tracker. Because if you have you can see the trend goes down. I was going a little up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, but then I kept going up, and I wasn't liking that. I tried to just look and say, okay, what do I need to do? So, just keep going, just keep swimming. Said, okay, every day you can start again. That's the great thing. So I'm all right, starting again. And you guys, I will continue to get back up every time I fall down. If I fall down again, and I will get back up. It's not going to stop me. Let's get active. Let's walk. Let's just talk about what I'm thankful for. I set my goals for August. Sometimes I just do journaling. This one there was a magazine that I was reading, and there was just a couple of quotes that came out and that I just really popped to me, and I just wanted to include those. So just cut them out and used a double-sided adhesive tape roller to put them in on my goals page. All right, let's see. August. I decided midway through August that I was going to try to not weigh myself because, you know, you get so many people saying it's not about the weight, it's not about the scale, non-scale victories, and I totally believe that. So I thought I'm going to give this a try because it's not about the weight. I want to see. So you can see halfway through, I had my grandson with me for a little while, and then I was traveling to San Francisco for work, and I was trying to stay focused, and I thought, let's not weigh myself. And I wasn't even really tracking all that much either. I continued here to track my steps and my activity. I did not obviously walk or work out all that much. I was really had a hard day again. And I realized, you guys, this is really important. And this may not be exactly what you're doing, but I just want to share my experience because journaling helps you realize what's going on in your head sometimes when you just can't see it. I just wrote down here, I had a hard day today, a day that made me feel like a volcano that needed to erupt. I want to scream or cry, something that could release my frustration and hurt. And I felt at that point I wanted to eat or drink or do something to, relieve myself. And I just realized that I wasn't handling my emotions very well. And as soon as I didn't handle my emotions well, I wanted to eat or drink. I meditated that night. The next day, I started meditating and realizing that when my mind was calm, I could actually look and see, wait, what am I doing here? And the next day or on Thursday of this week, you can see that I wanted to do a little bit more look into when food is comfort. And I looked into some emotional eating workbooks that I started, and it's been life-changing for me. So journaling, taking the time to calm your mind has made a huge difference to me. And I don't think I would have known this. I've done this my whole life, but by journaling and keeping track of what's going on every day with my goals and where my focus is, it's helped to keep my eyes open. Okay. There's your therapy appointment for the day. You start to see like, okay, I understand where I'm at and I'm making some progress. So continued on with this, adding some more photos and really trying to focus and have more fun and be in touch with my emotions a little more. Got back down to here and I'm feeling really good. I decided for the first time I needed to do something empowering. So I have never wanted to take a picture of myself in my bathing suit. I've always been fine, or I've never been fine really being in a bathing suit until very recently. And I just probably in the last 5 to 10 years. And I don't love my bathing suit body, but I feel like I don't want to miss out on life anymore. So I posted a picture of myself in a 2-piece bathing suit, which I had. I posted it on Instagram and I just wanted to say like, hey, this is my journey and it doesn't matter what I look like. I am worthy of love and acceptance and happiness. And it was empowering. And so I noted that in here. And I love looking back at this. Okay, so this week I was a lot more active and feeling really, really good. Getting ready to go to San Francisco. I was shooting a video series, a class, and so I wanted to make sure that we could live a healthy traveling life as well. So every day I got a little bit of exercise, and you can see it's 2.5 miles of walking. This is walking 30 minutes after work. This is not pushing myself too much to say, I need to, do the 5 miles and I need to do everything. I just wanted to follow this challenge that I was doing and try and moving my body for at least 30 minutes a day. That felt really good. I realized that when I'm moving, I feel better and I make a lot better choices. And if I just allow myself to walk for 30 minutes and not push myself, that I usually end up going more. But it's just it's a good snowball effect. Also let myself enjoy some things. In San Francisco, I had some beignets. We had lobster, but we also hiked 5 miles in the woods and went to the gym. And here's more and more travel. And you guys, got my sweet husband to go to the gym with me, did my work and my shoot there, and flew home. And we lifted weights in the gym for the first time in a long time. And I think I tore something. I strained a muscle and it hurt for an entire week. And I have no idea. And here's another thing. When you go back, I did not remember what happened today, but I knew I had tons of meetings. A lot is happening. Never been more overwhelmed, but stressed and excited, very conflicted and sore. So, I'm on a roller coaster, you guys, and I'm really trying to manage that. So says this week just was not happening. So you know what happens when I have a week like this? I find, you'll see another one, a really nice big sticker that just says, it's okay. I don't want to leave it blank. This is kind of my version of leaving it blank. This week did not happen. And I just wanted to put a quote here to say that's okay. I'm not balancing the stress and wellness journey very well. I'm trying to give myself grace. This is a season of my life I need to slow down, or am I in need of stronger goals? I'm not quite sure. I was just questioning. So September, again, really was having some tough times. So look at September. I said, I'm not going to weigh myself still. Okay, I'm not weighing myself. I think I weighed myself at the beginning, and you'll see I had a very, very busy September. And I said, I'm just going to let it go, and let's see what happened. Here's my big sticker, because you're enough. That's okay. I didn't journal anything here, and that's okay. I gave myself a little, it's okay, girl. And then I was off to teach a class in Columbus, Ohio, and not quite focused on the journey. So I was at this point, my journey was getting through, connecting to people, and working. And that's what I did. The next week we had, I had a lot going on at work, and also prepping for the Happy Planner Squad boot camp. So what I wanted to do is, this is what my life looked like at the time. So I just printed off pictures, because I didn't want this to look like a blank page and a blank week of somebody who didn't have her act together and wasn't doing stuff. I do have my act together. I'm just figuring it out. These pictures are a reflection of how happy I am. And even when I'm stressed or overwhelmed or struggling with things, I have a very happy life, and there's a lot. It's very full. And so this kind of reflects that, and as a reminder, like, to give myself the grace too, because I'm doing a lot, and it's bringing a lot of fun things in my life. And I'm sorry, but this is the cutest picture. Dylan's sitting right over my shoulder, and he took it. It is filled with just a lot of faces, beautiful faces that I love. And that's important. September struggles, just keep swimming. That's all I wanted to say. Didn't do it. Don't even know what went on. This week was a blur, and that's okay, you guys. You're not gonna do everything perfectly all the time. What I want you to know about this, I did keep my promise to myself to document my weeks, my life for the year. And this is a part of my life for that year. It doesn't have to be the exact same every day. It's just, I'm staying in touch with myself through my wellness planner. And then we had another event, a Michael's Partner Summit. So we traveled to Dallas for this, and then came home and had the color run with all the team at Mamby, or at least some of them, who decided they wanted to get up really early on a Saturday morning. So again, that's what I wanted to focus on here. This is the end of September, and we're gonna move on to what I call my Command Central. So right up in the front, you can see that I have my October, November, December in my wellness planner right here. So every day when I take this with me, it is here for me. Okay, so October is the beginning of the last 3 months of the year, and going back to Rachel Hollis, she started this last 90 days, and it's about finishing the last 90 days as strongly as you finished, or as you started the first 90 days of the year. And I was like, I'm on board for that. I'm here for it. That's what I want to do. And so October has been great. I feel amazing. Let me show you. I'm going to pull these off, because I'm going to tell you, I use these snap-in tabs, and I'll show you why in just a second. You can see I started tracking my weight again, because whether it works for you or not, that is okay. But when I start ignoring what's going on in the scale, I am in denial. That's just me. Some people are like, it's fine. I don't want to do this. I don't feel defined by the scale. I know myself that I'm not paying attention to it. Then I went back, I was at, 196 pounds sometime in June. It's crept up. I've been trying to managing this stuff. And I feel like for me, not necessarily for you, but for me, I need just a daily check-in to say, okay, we're doing good. I don't freak out about fluctuations on the scale. I know if I go on a walk, I might retain water, I might be building muscle. I'm totally okay with that. But this is a touch point for me to say, you're going in the right direction. So for me, had to go back for it. So you guys find out what works for you. Take inspiration from other people, but you've got to be knowing what works for you. You know yourself. Don't baby yourself, push yourself where you need to. Don't give yourself excuses, but know yourself. So I started tracking that again. And then I used this monthly view to kind of track down some of the healthy choices that I wanted to focus on. No alcohol. Gets a little one of these guys because I love my wine and I love sitting down with it at night when I'm stressed out. So I'm trying not to use that as much as medicine as I am like, oh, I'm going to, like on Sunday night, we had a really nice dinner with the family and they had 2 glasses of red wine. And that was like, I enjoyed it. So I can take a look and see that, I'm making healthier choices as far as that's concerned. This is my key over here. I used cute stickers to help me use as like a habit tracker. So when I walk at least 30 minutes, I get one of these cuties, like my gold stars. No fast food or Diet Coke. I get one of these. When I drink at least 100 ounces of water, then I will put this water bottle sticker, which is from the new Healthy Hero sticker pack, and I love it. And took all my supplements, spent an hour of quality time for myself, and then wrote 10 things that I'm grateful for in my journal. You can see I kind of stopped that because it was a lot of tracking for me. This was Rachel Hollis's suggestion, and I think it's awesome. But for me, I already track a ton of stuff. So instead of writing stuff down, I now on my walks in the morning or when I get up, I wake up thinking of things that I'm grateful for, and I go to bed thinking of things that I'm grateful for as well. So starting the day with gratitude and ending it like that instead of writing it down. And I don't feel like a failure. I feel like I'm adjusting this to work for me. Really, sometimes I flip through all the sticker books that I want to use for my layouts, and sometimes it frustrates me. Then I tore them out and I put them in a pocket folder in the back, to which I had to like pull it out and do all these things. And then I saw Hannah had this brilliant idea of putting these snap-in tabs. I did the front and the back on your sticker sheets that you use on specific pages all the time. So that's what I did, and I have these with me right here, and they come in and out like so easily, you guys. And I just used a double-sided adhesive to put the stickers back to back so I could make the most of those. And they're right here in my monthly view for me. Okay, so let's see, we're halfway through October. So let's see what October looks like for me. It is feeling better, my friends. I have changed a lot of the ways that I've eaten. I've gotten my emotional eating, I guess I should say it's not just in control, because I know it will probably be something that I deal with all the time, but I have tools for it now, and I'm making some different choices on the things that I eat. It is changing the way I feel, which is great. These are fun little things just to add in. This is from Healthy Hero as well, just these little inspiration cards, and you can pop them in anywhere. And you guys, I'm cooking. So of course I had to, put a picture in here, because anybody who saw my adventures with my Instant Pot knows that I'm not a whiz in the kitchen and I don't really love to cook. But one of the things that I realized is that I need to embrace cooking so that I can eat wholer, cleaner foods. And so that's what I'm doing, my friends. And then this was last week. So last week this is a really good overview of the struggles that I had in the last few months kind of coming together. So this was an extremely busy, extremely stressful, filled with a lot of good, filled with a lot of stress. I was still able to cope. And I feel like this was such a win for me. I've continued to do the Fitbit up here, and you can see I'm getting a little bit more active. Even though, I got here just a couple days in, but I had a flight to Atlanta midweek. And you guys, I brought stuff to make my smoothies. I bought a magic bullet to take with me on my trip, stuck it in my suitcase, hoarded spinach leaves from a salad and put in our room so that I could have my breakfast smoothies. I'm feeling well, I'm feeling vibrant, I'm feeling so much better. If I get stressed out, I have a tool to meditate or go on a walk. If I feel like I'm not eating well, you guys, I'm really prepping and going to the grocery store and ordering these whole foods from subscription boxes and all these things. Spending time with my husband, and it's really starting to feel like it's coming together. And I love seeing weeks like this. And this is how I start. So yesterday, today is Tuesday the 16th that we're filming this. So yesterday I just started. I still have yet to print these out. Usually I like to print them out in batches because they come out these little, I print them 1x4 by 1x4. That's a lot of waste of paper if I just print it out one every day. Unless I'm using my zip printer, then I can print 2 on one sheet of paper. But if I'm just doing it on photo paper or on my printer, then I wait usually to the end of the week, and I'll probably mark here like how many steps so that when I print it all out, I'll just lay them on there and stick them down. So that is where I'm at as of today, October 16th, and I am gonna finish this year out strong, continuing my commitment to myself to document this whole year's worth of my wellness journey so I can reflect and see how far I've come in a year. And I can't wait to share the last couple months with you, and just want to encourage you, if you have not started something yet and you feel like you want to, it's not too late. Please don't wait till January 1st. Start something right now. Well, that's the last 3.5 months in my wellness planner. Thank you for coming along and doing the deep dive in and following along to see what I have done. If you have any questions for me, be sure to comment below, because the interaction that we have is one of my favorite things, and I would love to take the conversation even further. And be sure to stay tuned for the next Plan and Share. And remember, live creatively and plan a happy life.